I didn't run 5 miles today. I stayed in bed and let thoughts play. I watched the ceiling change its tone. Felt half asleep but not alone. My mirror didn't smile at me. Still I brushed teeth mechanically. I didn't feel a golden glow, but I got up and that's a show. And no one clapped, no trophies came, but I still whispered my own name. Maybe that's enough for now. No big dreams, no how, somehow. Just the quiet fact I stayed. Didn't push the world away. Didn't bloom, didn't break, but I tried for trying's sake. And maybe that's enough. Yeah, maybe that's enough. My to-do list still stares me down, but I took one small thing to town. A bite of sun, a bit of air, a half-thought prayer just hanging there. I didn't fix what came undone, didn't fake a sense of fun, but I let my silence fill the space without calling it a waste. And maybe joy's not loud or bright, but something small that holds me tight. Maybe that's enough for now. No sharp prize, no trumpet sound. Just a breath that didn't shake, and a step I chose to take. Didn't run, didn't hide, but I let myself reside. And maybe that's enough. Yeah, maybe that's enough. I've spent years on higher bars, chasing suns and wishing stars. But maybe peace is just a day where I don't push myself away. I still dream of bigger things, of lights and stages, echo rings. But some days are just for me, to sit, to stay, and simply be. No fireworks, no wild applause, just quiet hands with softer claws, holding me from coming rough. Say maybe I'm enough. Maybe that's enough for now. No loud cheers, no perfect vow. Just a nod, a slight exhale, in a story full of fail. Didn't win, didn't shine, but this moment still is mine. And maybe that's enough. Yeah, maybe that's enough. Started with a blank space, no one watching, no applause, no doors unlocking, just a spark and a second-hand beat. Dreams with holes, but they still fit my feet. They said you need more than heart to win, but I built a kingdom from within. Stacked my days like bricks in rows, now the skyline's where I go. You can keep your dotted line, I'll draw mine in real time. Build it from nothing, shape it from down. When the noise gets loud, I tune it out. Every note just fans a flame, every fall just taught my name. I don't need their safety net, I'm not done, I'm not there yet. But give me wind and something real, I'll build it from nothing and make them feel. Learn to love the heavy climb, the slow ascent, the borrowed time. It wasn't grace, it wasn't luck, it was grit when I got stuck. They asked, where's your masterpiece? I said, it's made from every piece that cracked, that broke, that wouldn't bend. That's where the real lines begin. Don't wait for a perfect start. just bring your bruised, unpolished heart. Build it from nothing, word by word. Let your silence still be heard. You don't need to wear their crown. Just stand up and not back down. I don't chase their easy praise. I create my own brave phase. With no script, no spotlight steal. I build it from nothing and make it real. When you're down to shattered plans, use those shards to shape your hands. Hold your breath, hold your ground. That's where every voice is found. Build it from nothing, thread the sky. With every time you didn't cry. Every why you carry through is part of what will carry you. I don't want a golden gate if I can carve my own fate. No blueprint, no repeat reel. I build it from nothing, and that's the deal. So if they ask what made me rise, I'll say not fame, nothing disguised. It was fire, soul, and zeal. I built it from nothing, and now it's real. I started with a spark, no flame, no silver spoon, no famous name, no shortcuts carved in gold-lined streets, just dusty shoes and steady beats. They laughed when I said I would climb. They said, just wait, you'll run out of time. But clocks don't scare the ones who learn to light their fire before they burn. No one paved the path I'm on, but I keep going dusk to dawn. I built this dream from nothing, no hand to pull, no crowd erupting, just one voice in a quiet room, humming loud enough to bloom. I turned the echo into bricks and laid them down through every fix. Not born with much, not bluffing, just truth. I built it all from nothing. They told me know your place and stay, but I was never built that way. Every note just cleared the floor for one more chance to build some more. No roadmap carved into my skin, just broken starts and stubborn wins. My blueprint was a steady heart and courage tearing doubt apart. No lights, no loud applause, just grit that never paused. I built this dream from nothing while they were safe and second guessing. I was stacking every scar into ladders stretching far with no seat saved, no easy pitch. I stitched belief through every glitch. Call it luck, call it rough, and I say I built it all from nothing. Not everyone begins the same, but you can rise without the fame. If the world won't hand it down, build it up from nothing. This dream from nothing, from silence doubt and all their hushing, turned their limits into rope and climbed until I touched my hope. No legacy, no safety net, just every night yet I've met, and still I rise, still crushing because I built it all from nothing. Brick by brick, breath by breath, I outlived the voice of death. No throne, no crown, no bluffing, only truth. I built it all from nothing. Traffic's loud, but my mind is louder. Every thought just climbs a little higher. Scrolling days and neon signs, but none of them look like mine. Pack my bags with a breath and a doubt. Didn't keeping open lines, windows down to kill the signs. Not running from, I'm running to the sound of something pure and true. I'm chasing the quiet where nothing speaks, where the wind writes words across my cheeks. No alarms, no plans, no screams, just the hum of in between. While they drown in endless beats, I'm collecting all I need. I don't want the loudest riot, I want peace. I'm chasing the quiet. How we stretch like whispered thoughts, all the noise I've slowly fought, beats and breaks inside my chest. Finally I can rest. Not hiding, I'm alive and wide. The stillness is where dreams reside. It's not silence if you hear the rhythm of what you hold dear. Every turn I take alone feels a little more like home. I'm chasing the quiet, past the crowd where the stars don't need to shout aloud. No lights, no filtered scenes, just the pulse of what it means. While they scroll to find their way, I let stillness lead my day. No chaos left to die yet, I'm alive. I'm chasing the quiet. Let the echoes fade behind, let the rush erase the grind. I don't need to win this race, I just wanna feel my pace. I'm chasing the quiet, not the fame, not the noise that wears your name. Give me space, give me sky, give me time just to ask why. They can keep their crowded flight, I'll shoot stars in softer light. It's not a phase or fleeting diet, it's my path. I'm chasing the quiet. When I find it, I won't shout, I'll breathe it in then let it out. Not to prove, not to defy it, just to know I chase the quiet. I hear them whisper calling names, trying to box me into shame. But I don't speak their borrowed lines, I'm too built from sharper times. I've learned the echo's not my fault, it only rings from empty vaults. They shout to fill what they can't feel. I don't bend, I only heal. I won't carry their design, my reflection's only mine. I'm echo proof, I don't break, not a sound that they can shake. I walk through their static haze with a silence loud and brave. Let them speak, let them spin, I've got strength beneath my skin. They can try but I won't lose, I've got nothing left to prove. I've been cracked but never torn, rebuilt better than before. carved from everything they said. Use their noise to find my song. Now I've known it all along. Let them echo, let them try. They can't dim my quiet sky. They got noise, but I've got roots, and I'm done with empty suits. Their voices fade into the dust while I hold my rise and trust. No applause, no need to shout, just a soul that figured out. Silence isn't loss or shame, it's the power to reclaim. Echo proof and undefined, louder only in my mind. Woke up to a sky like slate, heavy with the world that couldn't wait. The mirror said to stay inside, but fire doesn't care where shadows hide. No ghost star ever found my name, no lucky breaks or easy fame. But some lights flicker on their own, built-in silence carved in stone. So let them talk, let them fade. I'll keep rising anyway. I glow anyway, even when they look away. Even when the night is long, I've got my own kind of dawn. Don't need spotlights just to shine. Every breath I take is mine. Even if the world won't stay, I glow anyway. Try to shrink to fit the mold, but truth gets louder when it's cold. No applause, just steady hands, planting hope in unmarked lands. They call me dreamer like a curse, but I turned empty universe and wrote a life no map could find. Just stardust lines and stubborn time. So let them down, let them drift. I'm still holding on to lift. I glow anyway, even when I'm led astray. Even when the page is torn, I find ways to be reborn. No parade, no famous stage, just my fire cage by cage. Even when I lose my way, I glow anyway. I wasn't made to wait for signs or beg the stars to draw my lines. My light was made for darker skies, to guide, not just survive. I glow anyway, with or without the day, with or without the cheer. I've got my reasons here, no one gave me this spark. I earned it through the dark, and even if I never stay, I glow anyway. Not for them, not for show, just to feel my own light grow. Through the cracks, through the gray, I glow anyway. I was told to keep it low, feet on ground and don't let go. But dreams don't breathe in cages made of shoulda, woulda, quiet shame. Look at me now, breaking form, rising like a quiet storm. No anchor tied to who I was. No need to ask, no need, because some say fall, I say fly. It's not escape, it's just goodbye. Gravity can wait while I dance above the weight. No rules in open skies, just the rhythm in my eyes. I'm not scared to break the shape of every line they told me takes. I've got miles before it's late, and gravity can wait. Pulled apart by plans and pace, living like I owed a race. But truth moves in a softer lane, and I no longer play that game. I'll spin through streets unknown, make new stars from what I've grown. I don't chase, I don't rewind, I just bloom in real time. Some stay safe, I ignite. This kind of life needs open night. Gravity can wait while I float beyond the gate. Every heartbeat's a balloon, lifting higher than their tune. Let the world hold down the fear, I'll be out of atmosphere. Call it lost, but it's my fate, 'cause gravity can wait. No strings, no ground, no chains to drag, no weight that calls me back. Even silence is a song when you know you don't belong. To limits or their lines, to clocks or closing signs, I'm made to levitate. And gravity can wait. Gravity can wait. I'm a spark that won't sedate. Every scar a satellite, every fall becomes my flight. They said stay, but I create new skies where I translate hope into a launch escape. And gravity can wait. Let them land, let them stay. I've got skies to find my way. What they hold, I liberate. For me, gravity can wait. Fluorescent signs in parking lots, same routines and what you're not. They said stay where it's safe and dry, but I was born to kiss the sky. Got a mixtape in the dash, half a tank and reckless cash. Rearview holding all I shed, front seat where I dream instead. They drew lines and called them roads, but I make paths the wild know. Keep the engine on, don't slow down until it's gone. Let the static stay behind. We've got thunder on our minds, no more waiting for the light's still on. There's no mask when shadows grow, just the parts of me I rarely show. Pavement echoes back my name, different voice but sounds the same. No more mirrors left to break, only pieces I remake. When no one's watching, I begin to peel away the doubt I'm in. Midnight doesn't lie, it shows me who I am, not why. No filter, no disguise, just the questions in my eyes. While the world pretends by day, night reveals another way. And in that hush I learn to try, 'cause midnight doesn't lie. Street lamps flicker, pulse and hum, beats in sync with where I'm from. Every fear I've tried to drown floats to surface when it's down. But I don't run this time around, I let the silence be my sound. Let the dark become the stage where I rewrite every page. No more stories told for show, only truths I've come to know. Midnight doesn't lie, it holds my hopes before they die. It doesn't care for who I seem, it only listens when I dream. While they chase a golden light, I make peace beneath the night. In the dark I breathe and cry, the midnight doesn't lie. There's clarity where no one dares. In silence I unlearn their stares. I see the lines I used to blur, and find the voice I once deferred. Midnight doesn't lie, it doesn't ask the how or why. It just waits, it just hears the truth beneath the tangled gears. No reward, no clear applause, just a moment without cause. And somehow that lets me fly, 'cause midnight doesn't lie. So let them sleep, let morning chase. I'll meet myself in this strange place where stars don't need to justify, and midnight doesn't lie. Streetlights paint the world in gold, echoes of a story left untold. Tires hum a midnight tune through the silence of the neon moon. Windows down, the city breathes, flickers dance between the leaves. I don't know where this ends, but the road still feels like a friend. Everyone's asleep but me. I find truth in empty streets. Neon never sleeps, and neither do I. Drifting under purple sky. I'm not lost, I'm not late, just running past the hands of fate. Let them chase the sun at dawn, I'll keep going till it's gone. No map, no whisper keeps, only me and neon that never sleeps. Billboards fade like borrowed dreams, but I'm alive and in between. Every red light feels like time, holding space for thoughts that rhyme. Rear view shows what I outgrew, headlights chase a softer truth.
I used to fear the space between the poles that hid behind the screen, but now I drive through questions wide and find my peace where doubts reside. Neon never sleeps, and neither will I, till I kiss the edge of sky. Every curve, every blur, turns the static into stir. I don't need the sun to rise to feel light behind my eyes. I'm the quiet that still keeps rising with the neon that never sleeps. So if the night forgets my name, if the signs all look the same, no, I chose the pulse that creeps through streets where neon never sleeps.
Left the town before it woke, just my jacket and a half-meant note. Didn't pack the things they said, only carry dreams instead. Signs don't point where I belong, and maybe that's what makes me strong. The roads I take aren't on their charts, but they still pull on beating hearts. I don't need a plan to feel the echo of what might be real. There's no map for this, no coordinates to miss. I'm just following the light that flickers somewhere past the night. No guide, no warm cliche, just instinct pointing out the way. I don't know where home might sit, but I know there's no map for this. Friends said choose what's safe and smart, but safe won't ever move your heart. I'd rather fall and scrape my knees than live a life that never leaves. I've seen the sunrise from the side of roads where no one else would ride, and in the quiet I could hear a voice I'd buried year to year. Not all those who lose their place are truly lost, they're just in space. There's no map for this, no dotted line I miss, just the compass of a soul that's never bought what they've sold. I don't need their printed past to write a future built to last. Every turn's a whispered kiss, and I know there's no map for this. You don't need to know the end to start again, to start again. You just need the guts to leap and faith that something waits beneath. There's no map for this, no manual, no checklist, but every wrong turn made me see the path was never outside me. The stars don't label where to go, they just remind you that you glow. No fear, no doubt, no what if twist, just truth. And no map for this, the world is wide and undefined, and maybe that's what makes it mine. No need to ask, no need to list, just go. There's no map for this.
Woke up chasing something I can't name, a picture that the stars forgot to frame. Tried to draw the line between control and trust, but every plan I made just turned to dust. Still I laced my shoes and faced the air. Didn't know the way, but I was there. The road was quiet, full of space. No finish line, just open grace. I've got a compass made of dreams, not direction, just the means. There's no map for this, no straight line, just a feeling pulling mine. Every wrong turn, every bruise, built a world I had to choose. I don't know what's waiting there, but I'm breathing unfamiliar air. No guide, no marked abyss, but I was made for roads like this. Town I used to know by name, felt the echoes, but I'm not the same. Could have stayed, played it safe, but something in me had to break, so I waved goodbye to certainty, traded roots for clarity. It's not lost, it's not delay, it's just a different kind of way. Every mile's a quiet vow to trust the step, not ask how. There's no map for this, no straight line, just a voice that says it's time. Every silence, every skip is a part of this strange trip. I don't need the world to cheer to know I'm meant to be right here. No chart, no promised bliss, but I was made for roads like this. Let the others find the signs, I'll read the cracks, the wind, the pines. What I see. Woke up chasing something I can't name, a picture that the stars forgot to frame. Tried to draw the line between control and trust, but every plan I made just turned to dust. Still I laced my shoes and faced the air. Didn't know the way, but I was there. The road was quiet, full of space. No finish line, just open grace. I got a compass made of dreams, not direction, just the means. There's no map for this, no straight line, just a feeling pulling mine. Every wrong turn, every bruise, built a world I had to choose. I don't know what's waiting there, but I'm breathing unfamiliar air. No guide, no marked abyss, but I was made for roads like this. Past a town I used to know by name, felt the echoes, but I'm not the same. Could have stayed, played it safe, but something in me had to break, so I waved goodbye to certainty, traded roots for clarity. It's not lost, it's not delay, it's just a different kind of way. Every mile's a quiet vow to trust the step, not ask how. There's no map for this, no straight line, just a voice that says it's time. Every silence, every skip is a part of this strange trip. I don't need the world to cheer to know I'm meant to be right here. No chart, no promised bliss, but I was made for roads like this. Let the others find the signs, I'll read the cracks, the wind, the pines. What I see can't be contained by dotted paths or painted lanes. There's no map for this, no clear route, just a heart that won't burn out. Every fall to scrape my pride gave me fire I keep inside. Let the world keep asking why. I found comfort in the sky, not lost, just full of twists. I was made for roads like this, so I'll drive without regret. Let the stars reset the net. No plan, no tethered bliss, but every breath confirms I was made for roads like this. They said I'd shatter under weight, like every crack would seal my fate, that storms would pull me down too fast. But I am not made of glass. Let them throw their brittle words, watch them fall without a surge. I've been bent, I've been scarred, but breaking, that's a work of art. You thought silence meant I'd fall, but silence only makes me bold. I'm not
They tried to wrap me up in fear, told me truth was never clear. But I learned to dance in flame, carve my voice into the pain. I'm not flawless, not immune, but I don't break for their tune. If I fall, it's on my feet. If I bleed, I still repeat. Strength was never just a pose, it's in the mess and how you grow. I'm not made of glass, I'm built from cracks, I'm made to last. Every edge and every scar tells me more of who you are. You can push, but I won't fade. I'm not here to be remade. Call me stubborn, call me brash, still I rise, not made of glass. Glass reflects but never holds. I'm the warmth beneath the cold. I'm the echo after storms. I'm the heart that still transforms. I'm not made of glass, I'm thunder wrapped in steel and brass. I don't cut or reshape space, I don't run, I own my pace. You can try to bring me low, but I've got miles left to go. I'm not brittle, I'm not past, I'm alive, not made of glass. If you thought I'd break and end, you never saw how far I bent. I'm the truth they can't bypass, unwritten and not made of glass. Felt the walls closing in, like a whisper wrapped in tin. Every breath a borrowed thing, every silence had a sting. I used to fake a brighter tone just to not feel so alone, but every mask I tried to wear made me sink in thinner air. I thought I'd drown in the quiet, but it taught me how to riot softly. Now I'm oxygen in the dark, still invisible but sharp. I don't need a neon sign, just a pulse that feels like mine. Let the world be loud and fast, I'll take moments built to last. I don't blaze, I just ignite in the corners out of sight. There were nights I couldn't stand, tried to hold with open hands. Dreams that broke without a sound, pieces scattered on the ground. But I stitched them into thread, tied the hopes I thought were dead, wore them like a second skin, fragile strength that burns within. I stopped chasing their applause, found a truth in every pause. Now I'm oxygen in the dark, breathing slow to leave a mark. Not a spark they recognize, but a storm behind these eyes. Let them miss what they can't see, I'm still whole invisibly, not afraid to fall apart. I rebuild from quiet art. They never saw me bloom, but I bloomed all the same, without the noise, without the name. And that's enough, and that's enough. Now I'm oxygen in the dark, every wound became a spark. They don't have to understand, I've still got my open hand. Let them dance, let them race, I've made peace with quiet space. Not a fire, not a scream, but a life inside a dream. So when the world forgets my face and the silence takes my place, I'll still hum beneath the stars.
Used to fold dreams into paper wings, throw 'em high like they meant real things. Skyscrapers felt like cliffs to climb, and time was just a friend of mine. We wore bravery like second skin, never cared how far, just where we'd been. And though the wind would tear the seams, we kept flying on our seams. I still carry that old spark, even when the sky turns dark. Paper wings don't last forever, but they get you through bad weather. Falling fast, but still you try, 'cause hope was always meant to fly. They might tear, they might bend, but you'll rise and fall again. You don't need gold or strings, you just need your paper wings. Grew too tall for those open fields, traded wonder for safer shields. But I still feel that lift inside when I let the world collide. All the things I had to hide, all the dreams that never died, they whisper now in subtle tones like old songs I used to own. If growing up means letting go, I'll bend the rules, let childhood grow. Paper wings not made to last, but they still outfly the past. Falling fast, but falling free is better than forgetting me. Let the world forget my name. If I'm still part of the flame, I'll be real in simple things, like the sound of paper wings. We all lose something in the climb, but not every dream's confined by time. You can fold new ones in your sleep and chase the ones you didn't keep. Paper wings not built for fame, but they carry just the same. Falling fast, but eyes ahead, still chasing all the words unsaid. They may burn, they may fade, but I'll fly with what I made. I don't need crowns or kings, I just need my paper wings. So if the sky forgets my face, if I lose the starting place, I'll build again from quiet things, a pair of hands and paper wings. Burned out chasing perfect lines, drawn in chalk and lost in time. Used to think the sky was done, now I'm staring at a second sun. Old dreams cracked beneath the weight, but I still showed up at the gate. Didn't know what I would find till light broke through the edge of mine. You don't need the world to see, to start again and still be free. I found a second sun, not the one I chased, but one I spun out of pain, out of grace. Lit a fire in the empty space. It doesn't burn like yesterday, it warms the fear I walked away. No, I'm not the only one to rise beneath the second sun. They said you had just shot your time, but hope never read their lines. Every fall became the frame that held my name when no one came. I don't need to prove it all, just need the strength to hear the call of something soft, something true that lives in me, not just the view. You don't need the perfect scene to feel the light behind the I'm not the first to light the flame, not the loudest, not the name, but I've been digging roots so deep, even storms can't make me leave. I see the world in tinted gray, people bloom and fall away, but I keep walking through the haze. No need to win the loudest praise. I used to chase the finish line, but now I build my own design. I'm a slow bloom, not a spark, not a fire that leaves a mark, but I grow where light is rare, even when there's no one there. I don't rise to make a sound, but my petals hold the ground. I'm not fast, I'm not loud, but I'm real, and I'm proud. I've seen the ones who bloom too quick, burned by rush, gone in a flick. I've learned to wait, to shape, to stay, even when the skies turn gray. No shortcuts carved into my skin, only lines from where I've been. I don't pretend the path is clear, but I keep moving year by year. And while they climb, I plan and tend, knowing growth won't always bend. I'm a slow bloom, soft but sure. I don't rush to feel secure. I don't chase the crowd's acclaim. My roots remember my own name. I won't fade in neon light. I survive the quiet nights, not for show, not for fame, but for love I can reclaim. Let them fly and let them fade. I'll be here in evening shade, with the calm no one can steal, with the truth that I can feel. I'm a slow bloom through the years, through the doubts and through the tears. I've unlearned the need to race and embrace my quiet pace. No crescendo, no refrain, but a life that knows its name. I grow wild, I grow wise, underneath the silent skies. And if no one ever sees me bloom, if I never fill the room, I'll still write in every scar a story only I could start. I'll still rise in morning light, even when the stars lose sight. 'Cause I was never made to rush, I was made to last. I used to wait for something loud, a crash, a sign, a shouting crowd. Thought meaning lived in grand applause, but silence held the greater cause. The mirror never met my gaze. I blurred myself in louder days, but in the hush I tried to flee. I met the quiet side of me. No spotlight, no great reveal, just a heart that learned to feel. Somewhere I begin again, not where I lost, but where I've been. Not the parts I left behind, but the thread I chose to find. It's not bright, it's Even when the world feels cold, I don't need to shout when, I just need the peace within. Not the end, not where I've been, but this is somewhere I begin. So if I never make a sound, if I never leave the ground, know that still beneath my skin I've found the strength to begin.
Same street lights, same old view. Another sky that doesn't move. I walk the path I always do, but this time with a different truth. My hands are cold, my breath is thin, but I don't shake like I did then. The world is loud, the night is near, but somehow I'm still here. I used to dream of flight and flare, but now I breathe the heavy air. Still standing, not by chance, not by luck or sweet romance, but by choosing not to fold. When the silence took its hold, still rising, inch by inch, even when the light won't flinch. No applause, no second glance, still I stand. I left behind the need to prove. Every wound, each silent move, no longer needs to be seen to know that I have strength within. I talk to walls not out of fear, but because they're always here. No more mask, your second skin. I meet the world with who I've been. Not waiting now for someone's sign. This ground I'm on is finally mine. Still standing through the blur, through the days that barely stir. Not with pride, not with flair, but because I still care. Still steady, edge of flame, even when they forgot my name. No grand plan, no command, still I stand. There were days I disappeared, built from echoes, built from fear, but I returned piece by piece, finding waiting quiet peace. They won't write songs of nights like this, no anthems in a morning mist, but still I dress, still I show for life that only I will know. Still standing, not to shine, but to claim that this is mine. With each breath, with each tear, with no crowd to see or cheer. Still holding, still awake, even when I break, I make one more mark upon this land. Still I stand. Pages scattered on the floor, unread thoughts I can't ignore. Ceiling hums a quiet tune, while the day slips past too soon. I used to count the hours lost, measured life and what it cost. Now I sit and let them pass, like reflections in the glass. I don't rush to prove I'm real, I just wait until I feel. In these weightless hours I find little pieces of my mind, loud voices, no demands, just the silence in my head. Let the city fade away, let the clock forget the day. If I breathe in
in the